Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. I can't believe it's fall already, so I have a fall video for y'all. The alliteration. And so I just want to share some things I would recommend for you for fall. And I do want to give a caveat that this isn't the most fashionable. This isn't like the New York City version. This is like you're more in the rural area / you plan on doing a lot of like hikes. It's kind of in the middle. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of in the middle. So my first suggestion for you is some rain boots. I know fall and rain boots, sometimes they go together, sometimes they don't. So the pair I decided to buy are these ankle hunter boots. So I've been wearing hunter boots since like 2016, okay? And so I have found them to be a winter staple, a fall staple. I got these ankle ones from the German site Zalando, but I'm sure you can find hunter boots in any major market. And they do have a really good resale situation going on eBay. And I just find that these are, when it's rainy, when it's yucky, these are great grab and go. And also, these are not lined, but if you have a nice thick pair of socks, you're good to go. So I love these so much. I probably will buy another pair. I recently went to a foot doctor and he told me I need bigger shoes. So I'm actually pretty sad about that because all the shoes I own are in one size. And now he's saying I need another size. So I probably will buy another size just because. Buy another pair, I mean. Just because. So this is something I recommend. Also, they're waterproof and durable and versatile. So when it comes to styling, like I find if you have a black pair of rain boots, they're pretty easy to style, I'm gonna be honest. And then usually when the weather's really yucky, no one's really looking at your feet. It's not summer, you know, like no one's really like zooming in on your feet as much. But you can't beat practical. You can't. So that's my first recommendation. My next recommendation is a waffle knit quarter zip. So the one that I grabbed is from Helly, Hansen. So I'm gonna put pictures online. You don't need to see me in it or model it. I can have the models do that. And so in the video, they do have the waffle knit go all the way up. I actually cut mine out because I want more ventilation, but I plan on ordering the pink one and then leaving the like turtleneck situation inside. So I have one without and one with, and the cuffs are extra long and they do have a thumb cut out. And so I'm really thinking about layering. You know, this is for a hike. I do live in Europe now. I'm thinking about Christmas markets. I'm thinking about being outside in the cold for 5+ hours. I'm thinking about ski trips to Austria. Like that's where my mind is. It's like, oh, okay. And so I feel like when you have the waffle knit, it just adds another layer of warmth to your clothing, right? So that's something I would recommend. So this one is from Helly Hansen. It's currently on sale for 49 euros on their Germany website. And I'm not sure about the US website. I actually will search it up. And so I'm planning, like I said, to buy the pink one. And I'm actually planning on layering this with my third recommendation. So let's just go to it. My third is that third? Yeah, the third recommendation is a windproof jacket. Windproof. So this is also from Helly Hansen. I'm gonna put pictures up. This is the anorak jacket. So it's quarter zip right here. And then it does have like the kangaroo pockets down here. So for reference, I am 5'4". I'm about 61 kilos or 135 pounds, give or take some pounds. And so I'm not actually that tall, but this falls a little bit below my hips and I just like roll it up. And this is a medium. I chose to get a medium because I'm hoping to wear the waffle knit underneath. Again, for long walks. I have come to rely on walks as partly like exercise and mental health breaks. So during the winter time, I need to leave the house. I really, really do. So on top of trips and stuff like that, I am planning on still doing a lot of walking and exploring in my area, which is kind of more of the countryside. And so I will say that as I've gotten older, I've started to pay more attention to the fine print of items. Is it water resistant or is it waterproof? Is it wind resistant or windproof? Okay, and so one of the things I'm patting myself on the back about is buying good quality clothes. So when I first moved to Germany, I only could bring 2 suitcases on the flight, and I didn't have anything. And so I was thinking about like, oh, just emptying out my storage unit, you know, and giving away all my old clothes or paying to have my old clothes shipped. But I'm so glad I decided to have at least 30% of my items shipped back to me because they're still good quality. I'm still able to wear it. And I'm like, good job, Makita. You picked out good quality clothes so that you can still wear them. They're not falling apart, right? They're lasting you season after season after season. And so I want to continue that trend of being choosy and picky when it comes to items. And so I definitely don't buy the cheapest items, but I definitely don't buy the more expensive either. I'm kind of like, am I getting the value for my money? And so buying jackets that are windproof, I think actually is what keeps you warm. Is the windproof of it, like you can't feel the wind through you. Yeah, so moving on to item number 4. Okay, moving on to item number 4, I would recommend to you a 100% cashmere stole. Okay, stole / scarf. So a stole is much bigger than a scarf. Okay, so this is my 100% cashmere stole from Johnston's of Elgin. This is pretty big. Oh, it's huge, right? So what I do is I'm able to wrap it like this. So a stole is just a longer scarf. And so a shorter scarf is fine. A shorter scarf, of course, is lightweight. It's easier to carry around. However, I do love the versatility of this extra oversized stole. So let's say we're in a cafe in France somewhere on a trip and it's getting really windy. I can like do this and like wrap myself up. Like, how cool is that? I can wrap myself up in a little blanket, a little ET phone home moment. Like it could go on my lap. I could be like Lady in the Prairie with my shopping baskets. You know, I prefer the stoles, the longer cashmeres, scarves, the stoles, because I feel like they're more versatile. I can do more with them. Of course, the bigger it is, the more it costs. But I will be 100% transparent with you. I have never purchased a Johnston's of Elgin scarf full price. I look at the new collection when it comes out, and then 4 to 6 months later when it's on sale, I circle back and then I purchase. So I have never actually paid full price. I just haven't. So I recommend stocking the items that you really want, waiting for them to go on sale, or finding a cheaper alternative or the secondhand market. But I really want to stress the 100% cashmere and not a blend. I feel like for some reason it doesn't keep you as warm. It doesn't keep the wind out as much. It's not as resistant to the rain. So for my cashmere scarf, like, you're not supposed to wash it. You're supposed to take it to the laundromat. You're supposed to take it to the dry cleaners maybe like once a year or twice a year max. And so a part of me is like, oh, when it gets wet, I'm worried about it, but it holds up. So I can really attest to the quality of Johnston's of Elgin. I actually have 2 scarves, actually 3. What am I saying? I have 3 scarves from them. I'm looking to get a 4th. And they're just incredible. And I don't purchase them that often actually. Maybe once every 18 months, or like pretty much like once a year. But this is about to be year 4. So, and then boom, you have 4 scarves. So do I really need 4 scarves? Maybe, possibly not. But I'm adding it to the Christmas wish list. And if it makes it, love that for me. If it doesn't, that's okay. But I would recommend that for you. And I'm thinking about, a scarf is so versatile. I'm thinking about trips. I'm thinking about long walks. I'm thinking about football stadiums. I'm thinking about winter activities, winter fall activities. What's it called? Fairs, apple picking, pumpkin patch. I'm thinking about all the things I have done. And it's like, fall is like low-key an outdoorsy season. I don't think about it as much, but as I'm like reflecting on all the things I usually do for fall, even when I lived in America, I'm like, you have to be ready. It's cold out here. It really is. And don't let the wind blow. It will get colder. So I'm rambling. Let's move on to my fifth recommendation is a good puffer jacket. Excuse me, a down, windproof, waterproof jacket. Okay, so my current jacket is from Woolrich. I do love it. However, it has a hole in it. So I only had one coat last season, and so I wore that coat to death. And so it does have a rip in like the armpit area. So I need to take it to a seamstress and see if she can repair it or if it can be repaired. So now I am in the market for a down jacket, and they are not, excuse me, cheap. So I don't believe in buying cheap coats. Cheap as in cheaply made, cheap as in cheap materials, cheap as in I have no intention of keeping it long term. Let me define what I mean by cheap. Not necessarily the price, because it can be a high price but be cheaply made and not actually keep me warm. And so I think for me, the sweet spot for a good coat is like 1,000 and below, 1,000 USD, 1,000 euros. And so I've looked at other brands. I've definitely looked at Canada Goose, but I just, the exchange rate is not in my favor right now. And so a $1,500 euro coat is pushing 1,700, on a bad day, 1,800 USD. And I'm just like, I don't feel like that coat is worth it. I just feel like I can find something better. And so I also am not really like in love with Canada Goose as a brand either to justify the higher price point. I feel like they're trying to turn themselves into a brand, like have a stronger brand culture, but I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not vibing with it, or I'm not a Canada Goose enthusiast. I'm just really looking for a coat that's gonna keep me warm. And I don't really care who's selling it to me, and I don't really care about the logo. I've definitely looked at Mackage. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I definitely looked at Montclair, but I don't think Montclair is really the style I'm looking for. So right now, my 2 options are Lululemon. They have a Sleet Street jacket. I'm looking at the long one that goes past your knees. It's 600 feel, goose down, responsibly sourced, and it's windproof. I don't know about waterproof, but I'm sure it's windproof, which is a big stickler for me. I think, like I said, the windproof is really makes the difference between good coats and great coats, is the windproof, right? And then I am looking again at Woolrich. I think maybe not all of their styles have fully come onto the site yet. So I see some cute things that I like, but nothing that's really like catching my eye. And because my other coat has a hole in it, I don't know that I have the luxury to wait to the end of the season for the coats to go on sale to purchase it. So I think, so even the Woolrich coat I have right now, I purchased it on sale. I didn't pay full price, but I'm kind of wondering, Germany is cold, you know, I'm kind of wondering how long I have, and I don't necessarily want to continue to wear my coat that has a hole in it because I feel like it's just going to make the hole worse. And I would prefer to get a second coat so I can rotate them through. So I did a little bit of TikTok research for the Lululemon coat. I'm leaning more towards that one. And honestly, I wish there was more videos. I feel like, do you guys remember Instagram 8 years ago was really good at like shopping, like using the hashtags to like look for items to like shop and buy. I feel like Instagram is not as good as it used to be, but then TikTok for like clothing reviews isn't also that great, or perhaps I'm not using the search bar correctly. So I know that Lululemon jacket is, well, I don't know if it is popular, but I was hoping because Lululemon is a popular brand that there'd be more reviews about that jacket. But from what I could gather, it had great reviews from like the 5 or 6 people that I saw modeling it. One commenter, and this comment is the comment that really pushed me more towards the Lululemon, or considering the Lululemon one. It says like, this Lululemon, it keeps me warmer than my Canada Goose. I felt like that was a heavy statement. Did a random person on the internet make that statement? Yes. But I'm hoping they're not lying. So, and I was like, that's quite a comparison. And the Lululemon one is only 600 euros, so maybe 700 USD, which is, I've paid like 400 or 500 USD for my coats in the past. And so I'm like, that's closer to my range. And then of course the Lululemon right now is still full price. And I know how Lululemon is about sales. They're very, in my opinion, inconsistent. Like, they don't always have a sale for every single holiday. Does that make sense? Anyways, this is a crazy rambly video, but those are some recommendations that I would make. Just 5 recommendations for fall if you live in somewhere that's not the city, or if you live in the city but you're planning on going upstate or other places a lot. So I didn't do as much traveling this summer as I was hoping to do, so I'm hoping to make up for that in the fall, winter. And so I'm game for it. I just want to be ready. I just don't want to be cold. Like, I just don't want that. Anything else I have to say? No. I hope you have a great day, a great weekend wherever you are, and I will see you next video. Bye.